Hey guys, Jeremy here with TacFix. Today we're going to be taking a look at a new firearm that just came out, the Mossberg MC1sc. Alright guys, so we're up top on the bench, and this is the Mossberg MC1sc. When you pick up this pistol, you're going to get it in a cardboard box, and it's going to come with the usual paperwork and lock. And then as far as the parts for this gun, you're going to get the Mossberg MC1sc itself, and then 2 magazines, a flush fit 6-round, and then an extended 7-round magazine. I was able to pick up the MC1sc pretty recently here for testing and evaluation, and I've had a chance to take this out to the range for a trip, and fired a few hundred rounds through it, and today I wanted to do kind of an unboxing and give you my initial impressions. Also, don't forget to check out next week's video, where we're going to be doing a 1,000-round review and kind of let you know how this gun's performing for me. So let's start by going over a few of the features of the MC1sc. First of all, for the price tag, I think this is a pretty incredible little gun. Mossberg states that the grip angle has been redesigned for easier targeting, and having shot the MC1sc, I have to say that for me, it does point very naturally. Having been primarily shooting the Glock 43X and the Sig Sauer P365 as my primary EDC guns in the past year, this one seemed to have a very natural grip angle. I wouldn't say it's substantially better than the Sig or the Glock, but it definitely keeps up with them. The MC1sc also features a flat profile trigger, which neither of the other guns do, and this is a big plus for me. Whether it's in a rifle or a pistol, I almost always prefer a flat trigger. I feel like the flat trigger feels more natural to me, and I'm able to run the gun better, both from a speed and an accuracy standpoint. Pulling the trigger on this, I have to say it's a pretty great trigger for such a modestly priced gun, and I do really like it. Now, for the trigger on this, it has a fairly short trip to the wall, and then once you're at the wall, it's got a fairly nice clean break. And then the reset, also fairly short. Now, is this trigger as crisp as an Apex or another similar trigger that you might pay $100, $150 for? No, it's not, but I wouldn't expect it to be when one of those triggers is a third of the cost of the whole price of this gun. Now, I've not tested the actual pull weight on the trigger yet. Mossberg lists this as a 6-pound pull on their website, so let's get the pull gauge and take a look at that. Alright, so we've got 3 pounds 2 ounces for the first pull. £3 pounds 10 ounces for the second pull. £4 pounds 8 ounces for the third pull. And then 3/8. So it's going to be an average of about 3 pounds 11 ounces. So at least on my gun, that's quite a bit less than what Mossberg advertises the trigger at being. Alright, so now the next thing that's highlighted by Mossberg as a feature of this gun is going to be their safe takedown system. With this, field stripping the firearm does not require the user to pull the trigger. And while I think this is kind of neat, I would definitely say that there are users out there that probably see this as a benefit. My own opinion, though, is that this is more of a marketing feature than something that's actually a real benefit to the end user. When you're disassembling your firearm, you should always be ensuring that it's unloaded and safe, so that a pull of the trigger should not present any kind of safety issue if you're practicing safe handling of your weapon. But as I said, I can definitely see there's a lot of users that would find great benefit out of that. So to take down this weapon, basically what you're going to do is you're going to start by dropping your magazine, lock your slide to the rear, and then you're going to push the button on the end of your slide here. and that'll pull out the back plate here. You can then remove your striker assembly, and then simply drop your slide forward to pull it off. And then you take out the spring and your barrel, and you fully field strip your firearm. The last feature I do want to point out are the sights. While the included sights on the base model are fairly standard white 3-dot set, they are still quite good. They're a low profile set and are very nicely finished. And the low profile design on these are going to help prevent snagging when drawing your firearm. The best part about these sights, though, for me anyway, is that they're not proprietary. The sights on the MC1sc are a SIG number 8 compatible sight, and Mossberg even offers a TrueGlow Tritium Pro sight as a factory option. So right out of the gate, these are going to have some user serviceable parts so that you can go ahead and replace those sights if you wanted to with a different set of SIG number 8 sights. Mossberg also offers a couple other editions of the MC1sc. These include a version with a crossbolt safety, the Centennial model, the one with the TrueGlow sights that I mentioned, and one with an included Viridian laser. Of the models, the one with the upgraded TrueGlow sights would probably have been the only one I might opt for. The crossbolt safety, I'm sure some would love that feature. I see that as, at least for my shooting style, it's a little bit more of a liability in a CCW pistol situation than an asset. So I would not choose to go with a crossbolt safety option. I'm also not too fond of lasers on the pistol, so that's probably not something I would have ever purchased. But I know, again, lasers are going to be something that a lot of users do find benefit from. The Centennial model has a pretty neat look to it. It's got gold lettering and gold on the mag release as well as on the trigger safety. So if you're looking to have a model that screams pimp gun, definitely go with that Centennial. It's going to have that look in spades. Now, as far as fit and finish, Mossberg says that the MC1sc was built for concealment, and I'd have to agree. This gun has an extremely slim profile, as you can see. One thing that stood out to me right away was the amount of work that was done on dehorning this firearm. Running your fingers over the slide and other areas of the firearm, you almost can't find a sharp spot. And I have to say, for me, that's really impressive in a gun with under a $400 MSRP. Typically, that kind of attention to detail requires a much higher price tag. This particular firearm also comes in at only 22 ounces fully loaded, so it is very light, which makes it a pleasure to carry. Also, I found as an added bonus, this fits all of my Glock 43X holsters. I tried it in both my Crossbreed Snap Slide and my DeSantis Mini Slide, and it fits well with good retention. So if you've already got a 43X or you've got your old 43 and you've got holsters for those, this is probably going to fit in that. Definitely give it a check to make sure, but I found that all of my holsters for the 43X fit this just fine. Another thing I really like about the fit and finish on this is the grip. The grip is quite good here. The palm swell on here is very comfortable in the hand, and it's got a great texture on the grip. I have to say, I much prefer this texture on here rather than the standard Glock texturing that's come with the Gen 4 and Gen 5 models. The Mossberg MC1sc texture is aggressive, but it's not grinding on the hand, so I really like that. You're able to get a nice firm, solid grip and keep it even when your hands might be sweaty. Now, as far as other items about the fit and finish, the slide on here is going to be stainless steel, and both it and the barrel are coated in DLC. As most of you know, this is an extremely durable coating with a very low friction coefficient. Considering this is still something you typically only see in guns with a much higher price tag, I would have to say this is a great selling point for this firearm. And the slide on here even features great cocking serrations, both rear and front, which is again something you typically have to pay a lot more for. In my first trip to the range with this, running reload drills and things of that nature, I found that it's very easy to get a good grip on this and run your drills with no worries whatsoever. Alright, now for the question that you have to ask about any firearm: accuracy. How did it shoot? I took it out to my favorite local range here in KC, the Bullet Hole, and put about 300 rounds through it. I have to say I was very impressed with the accuracy on the Mossberg MC1sc. While this is certainly not a target pistol, it was easily as accurate as my SIG P365 or my Glock 43X. The trigger on this has a great reset and allowed for very consistent follow-up shots. Overall, this was a great little gun. And at 7 yards, it was quick shooting and incredibly accurate. Now, as far as reliability, there was only one issue that I experienced at the range, or rather one class of issue. I fed the Mossberg a variety of ammo from different makers. Toward the end, I started experiencing double feeds on every mag. When this began to happen, I was shooting Winchester USA forged steel ammo, and I've shot steel a lot in the past and never had any issues. This was my first experience with this product from Winchester, but on a big name ammo, I thought it must be the gun experiencing the issue. Luckily for this trip to the range, I also brought my SIG P365 and my Glock 43X. When I loaded them up with the Winchester USA forged in those two pistols, it produced the same consistent problem. After switching back to other ammos I brought to the range to test, the Mossberg MC1sc began again to run completely flawlessly. With the exception of the double feed issues with the steel Winchester ammo, I did not have a single malfunction in this gun the entire trip to the range. So since that was clearly an ammo malfunction, this has performed perfectly reliably for me up to the first 300 rounds. So after running the Mossberg MC1sc through its paces at the range, I have to say it far exceeded my expectations. For the price, I expected to see decent performance and reliability and overall a fairly average experience with its shooting. My actual experience after shooting it was anything but average. It's small, lightweight, accurate, and extremely comfortable to shoot. I really have to say I'm very pleasantly surprised with this pistol, and for a company known for their shotguns, their first pistol in 100 years was definitely a home run for me. Alright guys, so that was our look at the MC1sc from Mossberg. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Don't forget to check out the channel on Facebook and on Instagram. And make sure you check out next week's video where we're going to be doing a 1,000 round review on the Mossberg MC1sc and see how it stacks up. As always, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification. That way you can see all the latest videos as they come out. Thanks for joining me tonight, and have a good night, guys.